narrow straightaway. The arch is basically an arch, a half arch, if you will. And we have that, and then you have the two front people, the two leaders in the front. Everybody else is still going to be stacked up behind them. Y'all stack up behind me. And the arch will be, so there will be 3 or 4 people behind Jason. And so when we call arch, everybody kind of, relay their signal. We have the first 2 people come and form an arch. Jason's going to stay back, and then the other people are going to stay against the wall. Now this gives 2 people in the front and everybody else stacked against the tree wall. Okay, so if something happens and the first 2 people get shot at, you have a whole line of people on a wood line able to disperse in the wood if needed. So that's 3 of the 4. And then we have the wedge. This is our signal for the wedge.
I'm not hitting that thing. Sorry.
This is our signal for the wedge. Wedge is a direct V. So it's, we have the layout, and then you have the wedge. The wedge is more focused on one person leading and everybody else just covering that focal point. Okay, that's when you're going another. That's more of a bigger gap through the woods. You're going through that, and you try and stay. This is common sense, but you try and stay behind the tree. You move from tree to tree in a wedge, but we do wedge like this, and then normally from wedge you go straight back to a stack. Okay, you can go if you're coming from dense wood area into an open field. You can call, we're in our wedge, then you call layout, and so everybody basically just moves up where they're at. Again, that's basic movement. But the thing is, if you're going to start doing hand communications and stuff, you've got to drop the whole talking. So everybody has to know what the movements mean. We do 360. That means everybody lines up around the leader, performs a 360 perimeter. Leader figures out what you're going to do next, gives the command, and once he gives the command, he gets in front or whatever the command is, and then everybody does the same thing. You start from the, so if everybody's performing a 360, I step forward after I've already given the command, and then literally the 2 people that are right here in the 360 will start, and it'll just go like that until the very end. Again, remember, your last person in whatever it is has to be covering the rear. That's something we found out in a lot of games, is our last person, they hear the contact in front, so they turn around to face front, and then we get knocked out in the back. So that's just something y'all got to remember when y'all are doing games like that. We also have the normal hand signals for stop, and then we do stop and drop. That's just the way we do it. Whenever we hold this up, we go ahead and drop our arm. So we don't take the time to just stop, figure out where we're hearing the shot from. We stop and drop. So just go ahead and get that out of your system. That's how we do it. Y'all can do it however y'all want. Another thing we do, obviously we do too. We point to whoever we want. So if I say I want him over there, we point. You make eye contact. He nods. You nod. And then you send him. Okay, now if he's going to take somebody, he's going to do the same thing to them. They're going to get contact, and then that person is going to make contact with the leader, so the leader knows where he's going. Okay, that just kind of gives everybody a heads up on where everybody's going. As far as just communications and movement, that's really how we do it. If y'all want to try what I just showed y'all, if y'all were paying attention, we can try it, and y'all can stack up behind my guys, and then we'll go from there if that's something y'all want to do. Y'all want to try it?
Sure.
Okay, cool. You good? Okay.